First and foremost, I would like to take a moment to thank my friends over at Community Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, over in Bloomington, Indiana, for allowing me to take their 2021 Ram TRX and review it. Their website and location are in the description box below, where you can head to their site and check out all their used inventory. Please kindly remember that I do not work at or for any dealerships, so I cannot answer if a vehicle is still available or for sale. Coming from a company that knows off-road vehicles, what with their Jeep brand, it was only a matter of time before the engineers at Ram decided that sure, we can take on the Raptor. Observing the success over Ford's Baja Autocross-inspired high-performance off-road version of their F-150, the Raptor has enjoyed the success of being the only contender. Until now. Stuffing their massive and ridiculous Hellcat V8 engine into a purpose-built chassis with duty-specific components designed to withstand the desert heat, sand environments, and of course high speed both on and off-road. Meet the TRX, or TRX. The TRX concept isn't new to Dodge. In 1996, Dodge took a Ram 3500 with the 8.0 LV10 and a wild 6x6 driveline. Then came the TRX. First unveiled at the Texas State Fair in 2016, then in the show circuit at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit, the 30-coat header red-painted concept was a huge success, and by 2021, the first launch editions appeared. Back in the day, Dodge put a Viper V10 engine in a Ram pickup truck. Since those glory days, there hasn't been a true high-performance truck from the company with horns. That needed to change, and the time is now.
Hey everyone, today we finally bring to this channel the 2021 Ram TRX. It's been a while, but I finally got my hands on one. There's been a million videos about it, and I'm going to do my walk around with it. This version here is a crew cab, as they all are. Painted in hydro blue pearl coat, and it absolutely looks stunning on this vehicle. It does feature the black leather interior. Its full pricing is shown on screen with the full options list in the description box below. Make sure you head over there and check that out. There's a lot of detail to cover on this Ram, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
Of course, the TRX is four-wheel drive using an electronically controlled 2-speed Borg-Warner 4813 full-time transfer case. Using a 60-40 variable torque split with a 2.64 low-range ratio, this system does not feature any two-wheel drive option. The TRX features a massive 11.8-inch ground clearance with an approach angle of 30.2 degrees, a departure angle of 23.5 degrees, and a ramp breakover angle of 21.9 degrees. Power comes from the 6.2-liter supercharged and intercooled Hellcat V8 engine. This engine is a 16-valve pushrod actuated iron block, an aluminum head with sequential multi-port fuel injection with a 2380 cubic centimeter IHI twin-scroll supercharger with 11 psi of boost. This engine features a 9.5:1 compression ratio. Slightly detuned, the engine creates 702 horsepower at 6,100 RPM and 650 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. This 6,350-pound truck can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds, 0 to 100 miles per hour in 9.7 seconds with a quarter mile in 12.3 seconds at 110 miles per hour. Its top speed is limited to 118 miles per hour. Now, let's take a quick listen to the engine and exhaust sounds. Performance aside, the TRX is also a very capable pickup truck as well. The truck features a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,800 pounds and a curb weight of 6,350 pounds. The maximum payload capacity is 1,377 pounds and a maximum towing capacity of 8,737 pounds. The TRX is equipped with a 33 US gallon fuel capacity and consumes 8.3 gallons per 100 miles driven with an estimated total driving range of 396 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 10 miles per gallon city, 14 miles per gallon highway, and 12 miles per gallon combined. The sole available transmission on the truck is an electronically controlled 8-speed TorqueFlite ZF-sourced 8 HP 90 automatic with manual shift control via the shift lever itself or the steering wheel-mounted shift paddles. In addition, similar to SRT Performance Pages, there's a TRX Pages that allows for driver-selectable and customizable drive modes with performance shifting and gear hold feature. Rear suspension is a 5-link unit with track bar, coil springs, Bilstein E2 Blackhawk active damping twin-tube performance shock absorbers, a 10.1-inch Dana 60 axle with electronic locking differential.
Walking around the rear of the Ram TRX, not as visually interesting as the front as you're going to see. However, it's still pretty aggressively styled back here. It does carry the extra wide fender flares, just like the front does. Almost creates a step-side bed. We do have the matte black TRX logos back here. And just like in the headlamps, the tail lamps also feature the cooling ducts here. They're actually a faux vent, but they actually look really, really good. LED tail lamps, brake lamps, turn indicators, reverse lamps. You got the matte black bumper. It's a steel bumper. Huge dual exhaust. 2 tow recovery hooks back here. You've also got trailer wiring, trailer receiver hitch. 4 and 7-pin wiring connections down here, and you've also got your clearance lamps. Just a really cool truck overall. Alright, as we walk along the profile of the TRX, as you can see, it looks pretty standard Ram 1500. Doesn't look much different in the profile because you can't really see the widened fender flares, but you do see the vents on the front fenders. And of course you see the huge tires. Pretty standard wheelbase and overall dimensions though. Those are listed down here.
Steering is electrically assisted, variable rate, vehicle speed sensitive rack and pinion with 3.1 turns lock-to-lock and a 48.3-foot turning radius. Wheels are 18 by 9-inch black painted and polished aluminum with 33-inch LT 325/65 R18 Goodyear Wrangler Territory all-terrain tires. Brakes are dual rate, tandem diaphragm vacuum assist 4-wheel disc brakes with 15-inch ventilated rotors with 2 piston calipers up front and 15-inch solid rear rotors with sliding single piston calipers. Brakes can bring the TRX from 70 miles per hour in 189 feet. Assisted by ABS, electronic brake force distribution, traction control, forward collision mitigation, electronic stability, and roll control. Suspension up front consists of upper and lower A-arms, coil springs, Bilstein E2 Blackhawk active performance shock absorbers.
Alrighty, looking at the front of the TRX, as you can see here, very aggressively widened fender flares. Huge grille up front. We're going to go over all of that. As you can see, these fender flares are exceptionally wide. They actually house these cooling ducts here. They're actually widened to cover the wide tires. As you can see, the headlamps are a low profile version of the Ram trucks. You've got these LED light pipe for the turn signal and driving lights. Dual LED projector beam headlamps. As you can see, that intake continues in here as well. Goes into that front Ram grille. And up in the nostril intake, it's blacked out and does have the driving lights. And of course down below you have additional driving lights over here, LED fog lamps, tow recovery hooks, everything you need for off-road prowess. And now obviously our vehicle is equipped with remote start as standard equipment. It is very easy to operate. Just double press the remote start button on the key fob. Now, as a downside, our vehicle is not equipped with smart key access, but it does have keyless remote entry. We'll just take a look at the key fob. It is actually a TRX branded key fob here. It's going to have the red TRX logo on it on a traditional Ram key. And you just have unlock, lock, remote start, and panic. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Inside the TRX is all the luxuries and comfort that you would expect from a truck of this price point, despite the fact that it is a very capable off-road vehicle and performance vehicle. Taking a look at the door panels, you'll see that this is true. It's almost as nice as the Limited or the Laramie. You've got this leather up here with the accent stitching, Alcantara suede, perforated suede here. This really nice vapor chrome trim with the diamond plating here. Vapor chrome on the door pulls, speaker surrounds with the Harman Kardon sound system, and we do have power heated mirrors, power fold-away mirrors with auto dimming. You've also got power windows, power door locks, window lockout. You've also got this leather armrest here, more accent stitching, some hard plastics down here on the non-touch areas, but you do have a storage pocket there, your other Harman Kardon speaker, and of course your main door pocket down here. Taking a look at the driver's side instrument panel, automatic headlamp controls, fog lamps, and rear cargo light. You do have your dome light override switch, instrument panel brightness and dim, electronic parking brake. You've also got power adjustable pedals. Sad it's not a manual transmission, but more on that. You have the all-weather floor mats, the Ram logo here in the entry sill. 8-way power driver and passenger seat with adjustable 4-way lumbar supports. You've also got a tilt and telescoping leather wrapped steering wheel. And let's go ahead and take a look at the seats. The seats are very, very comfortable. They're very supportive. They do have aggressive bolstering. They've also got accent stitching, the TRX logo stitched into the backrest. You've got this off gray color here, perforated leather accents in the middle for the ventilation controls. Overall, the seats are very nice, very comfortable, and very supportive. Alrighty, now let's take a look inside. As you can see here, fluidic power steering, it's electrically assisted. A thick leather wrap 4-spoke steering wheel that looks just like out of the Ram parts bin. However, it does have a flat bottom design. You have this diamond plating here. It's kind of a D shape actually because it's flat on the sides. It's got perforated bolsters on the sides here. More of the vapor chrome for the controls. You do have your shift pedals, upshift on the right, downshift on the left. You connect multi-view controls here, phone controls and voice command controls over here, and then over here on the right hand side you do have your cruise controls. The shift pedals are amazing. They're actually these really huge, they feel metal. I bet they're probably either aluminum or magnesium. But they look like a big blade switch pedal, but it's just you downshift and then of course you upshift. Multifunction control here for the wiper washer, turn indicators, high beams, everything. Full instrument cluster here, pretty much out of the Ram truck, but it has a TRX logo. Looks like it would be like in the either the Power Wagon or the Rebel. Aggressive numbering here, 7,000 RPM tack, coolant temperature over here. The big display screen here, you can adjust all of your different multi-views here. It does have a plethora of trip computer options, as we'll go over that. And then of course over on the other side you do have a 120 mile per hour speedometer and your fuel gauge. You also note the red push button start, a feature common on the Hellcat powered vehicles. Alright, taking a look over the top of the dash, as you can see here, your assist grip here is actually wrapped in leather. More speakers on the dash top, and of course you can see here it's a stitched leather dash pad. And right down the middle is actually a nice piece of Alcantara that goes into the Harman Kardon sound system. It's a center point speaker there. And of course you have some storage up here. You do have a 12-volt power point, more of that gloss black diamond plating. And moving down the center stack, has a huge Uconnect 12.0 touchscreen display, 2 air vents flanking either side of it. It's a very easy display screen to use. It does feature Sirius XM satellite radio, Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto. We do have heated seats, heated steering wheel, mirror dimmer controls, backup camera controls. Climate controls are here, as well as along the sides here. You got your temperature controls for driver and passenger, your mode control, fan speed, auto, front and rear defroster, AC and recirculate. Then you have hard buttons here for power and volume, tune and browse. You can turn the whole screen off, you can mute. You have Uconnect apps here, of course your navigation, and your backup camera. Backup camera does feature active guidance lines. There is no 360-degree surround view camera. There's no front-facing camera either, which would be really nice on trails, but nevertheless, this does not have that. Alrighty, moving down, we do have our hill descent control here, stability control. You've also got 6 auxiliary upfitter switches, 4 USB ports here, 2 USB Type A's and Type C's, and an auxiliary input jack, small little storage cubby here, 2 phone holders. Moving down the center console, there's going to be a little bit different change here. Due to the fact that we don't have a rotary shift controller, we actually have a standard shifter lever. Has this really nice aluminum grip with a perforated leather boot. Of course, you do have your Prindle display here, and of course manual shift. Inside this panel is cup holders. And the reason why we have a manual shift or a normal shift lever here is because in lieu of the rotary knob, we have our TRX drive modes. We've also got our 4-wheel drive controllers and of course launch control. Alrighty, moving down the center of the armrest, it is leather and Alcantara. It's very nice. It's a nice padded armrest. You do have this data plaque here in the middle. It does have the vehicle's VIN number and all that kind of stuff. It is 2-level storage. It opens up here to reveal a nice flocked area with a USB charge port. And of course it opens up more to reveal deep storage. Of course, the traditional trigonometric and all that kind of stuff formulas here. And inside we actually have this little overlay for the screen. But a really fun piece in here is if you pull out the liner, it has a fun little Easter egg on it that I didn't notice until just now. And the Easter egg is a size comparison between a person, the Ram TRX, an actual T-Rex, and a Velociraptor. Overall, I feel the interior of the Ram TRX is actually a very nice place to be. It's very comfortable, it's very quiet. Even when the going gets rough, you're still coddled in comfort. Overhead, we have an automatic dimming rearview mirror. On the driver's side sun visor, we have 3-channel Homelink universal garage door opener. Overhead, LED reading lights, as well as LED dome lights, dome light override, Uconnect assist, SOS, and our sliding rear window. And of course, not to be outdone, sunglasses holder. Overhead, just padded sun visors, illuminated vanity mirrors. The sun visors do swing out and slide out on extension rails. In addition, you have high adjustable seat belts. Alright, let's take a look at the rear seat now. First things first, very nice wide opening doors, almost 90-degree openings, for a very comfortable and roomy back seat. Taking a look at the door panels here, as you can see, they look exactly like the front door panels. They're treated the exact same way. You still have that leather and accent stitching, that gloss black diamond plating, the suede accents, vapor chrome accents, power window switches, soft padded armrest, dual level molded pockets, Harman Kardon sound system. You've also got the Ram entry sill plates. Underneath the floor mats, you do have the really cool Ram bins, or Ram boxes, or whatever they are. but you do have a nice molded plastic all-weather floor mat down here. Alright, and taking a look at the seats, the rear seats do seat 3 across. It is a 60-40 split folding seat with high adjustable head restraints on the outboard seats. The seats are treated the same as the front seats. They do have the contrasting gray accents, perforated leather. Overhead, you do have Harman Kardon speakers, LED lights, coat hooks, assist handles. You've also got a fold-down center armrest that does feature integrated cup holders. Rear seat backs have seat back mat pockets, and they also have a MOLLE grid system. You do have additional cup holders on top of the back of the front console, 2 positional air vents for both passengers, a storage spot, more USB ports, so 2 USB Type A's and Type C's, a 115 volt, 400 watt household style AC outlet. Alright, and the portion of the seat that actually folds is a seat bottom cushion. It lifts up. It does have grocery bag hooks. It also has some divided storage under floor. Alrighty, now there's only one way to open the tailgate, and that is in the tailgate release handle here underneath the backup camera inside this little recess. It's a membrane switch that acts as a tailgate release handle. As you can see, it's a soft opening tailgate. Not much to speak of back here. No bed line or anything like that. A couple tie down hooks, some LED lighting modules back here, but other than that, nothing really to speak of. We will put the bed dimensions here on screen, however. Tailgate is extremely lightweight. It's dampened and made of aluminum. Alrighty, that does conclude our in-depth walk-around review of the 2021 Ram 1500 TRX. We hope you liked the video, and if you did find it helpful, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews, our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.